I'm located in Sarasota in the US are not the kind of people that are seeing this ad. I have no interest in using an app that you could see whoever made this app didn't even get their friends and family all to use the app, let alone anyone else. Why would I want to use it? The same applies more generally. Brand launch experts. I hope they don't mean online branding, because 387 people liking their page, and I checked it just now since I took the screenshot a couple of months ago. This page only is up to 400 and something now. They are not even launching themselves online, let alone would I trust them to launch my company online. The same thing with brand business creatively or this headline from Do Video Now. I don't understand why I would want to participate with that when it's clear that not very many other people are. Or at least that's how it appears on Facebook, and that's the key difference. Regardless of how many people are actually doing business with any of these companies, how they appear on Facebook is mostly a function of how many likes you have and how much engagement you have. By comparison, look at this ad for Walmart. I have 2 of my friends that like Walmart. So when I see their ad for Start College in Style, even though I've got my master's degree already and I'm not exactly going back to college Walmart, but their ad targeting department's not perfect either. They do have 2 of my friends that already like the page. So that's a lot more powerful endorsement. Imagine if I had 2 of my friends that liked this page. I might be paying attention to it. Or if I saw, like on this next page, 36,000 people like astrology and horoscope. I take that seriously. I would think that's established. That's a lot of people are trusting and participating with their comment, regardless of the actual in-person reality behind that. It looks impressive. This modeling troupe, considering it's an event, looks fairly impressive as well. When you only have a few likes on your page, regardless of how creative your picture is, it's not as impressive. And what you do, you want to stand out. The thing is, look at this progressive post, the engagement on it. 230 likes on it, 136 comments, 26 shares. Yes, you could say, well, Progressive has a huge budget. They can afford to do stuff like this. You can afford to do stuff like this on a small budget using these strategies I'm going to show you. And the difference is when you pop up in your ideal person's news feed, you want to look impressive. It's just like dating. When you are about to go out with the perfect person, girl or guy, whatever, you want to look your best and be in great shape. What I'm going to show you is how to look and present your best side. Now, what you actually have to offer people will determine what response you get out of it. But I'm giving you a chance to succeed. This information gives you a chance to get where you want to. You have to take that chance and make something out of it. I'm giving this to you because I want you to have the biggest chance possible. Most people don't have much of a chance, and I want you, and I want the people of the world to all have a chance. For example, this is not a chance. When you've put an ad like this in my newsfeed, 20 people like it with 1 comment and 1 share. I hope the comment and the share was at least maybe the person that posted the ad, or maybe someone else. Who knows? They're offering free small business news. Why would I want free small business news when their engagement's so low that my potential trust or belief in their ability to give me news I can use, which they say they offer, is very low? Because I know if it was that good, other people would be using it before me. I know of too many websites and too many places I can get great small business news from to be interested in trying a new one that's thrown in front of me just because it's there. The same thing applies for this page that's promoting itself. Sure, they tell me what they do. Given 358 people like this, and I don't know anyone from it, It's not standing out. The logo's not even coming through clearly. What is the point of me engaging with this ad? They're paying Facebook to show this ad. What are they getting out of it? I want you to be able to get the most out of it. Now it's time for me to show you how. Because a lot of you were probably sold on the why before I described it. But it's important to cover why when we do things. Because why do we do anything? If there's no why to what you're doing, then why bother? But now that you know why, here's the how. The key philosophy behind the how is, as Sun Tzu says, you want to subdue the enemy without fighting. I don't want to fight with other advertisers with massive budgets, like Coke. Or whoever spends tons of money online advertising in the US. I don't want to fight with them over the same person seeing my ads. I don't have to with the way Facebook allows you to target. If you look, this is one of the ads campaigns I showed earlier that got 60,000 likes for $165. Look at how these ads are targeted. India, Albania, Nepal, Malaysia, Mexico, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Pakistan, Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Indonesia, Brazil, Poland, Serbia, Slovakia, Trinidad and Tobago, Bangladesh, Egypt, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Tunisia, Vietnam, or Algeria. I know all these companies give low-cost ad impressions, and I know there's very few other advertisers with big budgets that are pushing ads out in these areas. And this is what I got out of it. $165, 60,000 page likes. And that's a product of the click-through rate times the optimized CPM. So this is an exceptional click-through rate because a lot of these are showing in areas where the ads very rarely get clicked on. That's why they're so cheap. So this click-through rate times how cheap the ads are. This means I'm getting 6.5 clicks out of every 2 cents I spend. This is how I'm getting the ads so cheap. And that's what you want to do. You can do it by targeting countries like this. And I recommend you match it specifically to what you do. If your page is in Spanish or another language, you want to pick the countries based on where your audience is. These countries I've researched, they have a low-cost English-speaking audience, which is what I'm looking for. Although this ad didn't actually target English, but I'll show you future ads that do. This is an ad targeting a Christian audience in countries where there's lots of Christians that speak English. You can see the ads at a much higher click-through rate here and are showing at the lowest price I can get in US dollars. I'm wanting to try some lower value currencies so that I can get even lower prices, but 1 cent per 1,000 impressions. That means I'm getting 11 clicks out of every 1,000 impressions I show for 1 cent. So you can see how I got 4,000 clicks, 3,800 page likes out of $4.71 spent. And these are targeted to people that already like Christianity or Christian-based Facebook pages. They're targeted to people that already told Facebook they speak English, either the UK or the US version. And you can see this is actually even a mix of the US, India, Tanzania, Italy, Ethiopia, Malaysia, Mexico, Canada, Pakistan, Venezuela, Argentina, etc. These are countries where there's lots of Christians that speak English. I matched this off of Wikipedia with the numbers of people that speak English with the numbers of Christians and then put that into Facebook targeting. So that's how you can do the same thing. Here's a similar type campaign I ran for my original free advertising training video that I made. You can see I'm targeting a niche of marketing and advertising that's very specific, and I'm getting event responses for 7 cents each. That's anywhere from 10 to 100 times less than a lot of other people are paying online for event responses. I ran local ads just trying to do it the hard way, and most event responses were costing anywhere from $2 to $10. You're saying, well, why do you want people from Kenya to come to your online ad training? because a person from Kenya coming to my online ad training is just as good in terms of the metrics, in terms of the number of people at the event, the number of people on Google that watch it, the number of YouTube views I get that follow up, the number of shares. Almost all of the key metrics, having someone from Kenya come to the event is just as good or better than having someone from the US or another country like Canada or Australia where the ad costs are higher come to my event. Now, at this point, you might say, well, what are the odds of someone from Kenya actually paying you to do business with you? They're probably pretty low. But here's the thing. The odds of someone in the US paying me to do business with them are low also. The difference is I can get 10 to 100 plus people in Kenya for the same cost as one person in the US. Now scale that up. I can get 1,000 people from the US, or I can get 100,000 people from Kenya. Are there that many people in Kenya? I don't know, but where that can go to my event. But between all these countries, there are. I'd rather have 100,000 people go to my event because the follow-up, all of the traffic and online excitement that results from that will bring me people from the US and Canada and places that can pay. All of the follow-up and activity from that will bring me for free people that find my videos and that will be interested in paying me. The idea is having more online is much better than having less at the same cost. And it's not all about getting paid. Most of my cohorts or people doing similar activities to me think the only thing that matters is getting someone to pay you, and that's not the only thing that matters in this brave new world. And if you want to see the ad, here's the ad. So that's not all that matters, is getting paid. Helping people and giving people useful information is what matters. If you give people what they need, people will give you what you need. So that's what I'm doing. I want to give as many people as possible what they need with the understanding that I will probably get what I need in return. I have faith, and this approach is built on having faith and building an audience of people that value what you give them. Out of this, or in this same line of thinking, Macklemore, if you like Thrift Shop or his album, says, one man's trash is another man's come up. The same idea of the thrift shop. Getting things at a great value, especially online, is much more powerful than doing things the way everyone else thinks to do. So here's how this campaign went. 700 event responses, $52. This is another man's trash, is one man's trash to another man's come up. $58, 19,000 likes. 19,000 likes, regardless of where they're from, is better than 100 likes from a very specific place. What I offered in this original free training and what I'm expanding on now is showing you how to do this. Using these results clearly works again and again for any type of page, regardless of the ad campaign, to get exceptional results for a very low price. $24 for 9,600 page likes. And when I started this on my third company page, I just put pictures of my dogs and promoted my puppy, and you can see I only had 36,000 likes at this point. This is exactly how I made the ads. 9,600 page likes, targeted to people that like dog, who speak English, who are not connected to band work, in the countries I knew where the ad costs are low. I used stock photos to ensure I didn't have any copyright. I asked a simple question to begin, and I gave a simple value proposition. And this is how